Hey everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and this time I'm playing in the most popular vehicle in the game. It is the Rheinmetall Skorpion, and what a surprise that a vehicle like this, a tier 8 premium, with a fully traversable turret, a big old gun, accurate, good aim time, would be the most popular tank in the game, huh? Now I'm not going to go into depth about that because I just featured this tank on the channel a couple of months ago in March, so if you want to know why specifically this vehicle is the most played tank, at least on the Europe, well, I think globally actually, it's just absolutely ludicrous. But I tell you what, this happened just after that KV2 premium tank was added into the game, and we're going to hopefully be able to shut them down. Oh dear, I'm sorry dude, I guess you got to go play another £26 for another vehicle. Oh, I'm only joking, he's got to go and basically pick another tank in the garage. Now, the reason why I'm featuring this replay on the channel today is not because I'm playing the Skorpion, not because this is a very challenging matchup for the tank, although we are going to be tested, there's no doubt. When you're in a lightly armored tank like this, it doesn't really matter whether you're shooting at tier 10s or shooting at tier 6s, because equally tier 6 tanks and tier 10 tanks will be able to strike you back, and because the damage per minute for some reason in World of Tanks kind of like flattens out about tier 5 right up until you get to tier 9, and then it spikes up again. A tier 6 tank is practically as dangerous as a tier 8 to the Skorpion. Now the reason why I'm featuring this replay today is because I'm going to become unexpected friends with one of the players on our team, but you're going to have to just find out which unexpected friend it's going to be. Is it going to be this Black Prince who's decided to come and park right up next to me? Ladies and gentlemen, please don't be this guy who's on my right. This is one of the most silly things that you can do, to drive right next to somebody who's clearly trying to use maybe like a bush, or maybe trying to extend some view range and so on and so forth, and basically means that if the Black Prince gets spotted, because maybe there's a light tank around here and the bush isn't going to be covering him, then maybe all the vehicles over here decide to blind fire him and miss him and hit me, or maybe the artillery will manage to take a swing at him and be able to penetrate my vehicle because this tank is just so lightly armored. So don't be that guy. But will I become unexpected friends with the Black Prince? We'll have to wait and see. One thing is for sure is that in a second, this Black Prince, we are going to have some synergy. So a Chinese tank destroyer drives out into the open, 349 hit points, down from 800 there with a single shot, the alpha damage. And that's a low roll for this tank actually, 451 damage, a low roll. And I decide to hold my right mouse button down on where the vehicle was last spotted, and then look at the gun as I fire, because I don't know, when I play this on stream, I guess it kind of looks a little bit cool. A totally silly thing, it's not going to help you at all. I mean, the idea of holding your right mouse button down where somebody was last spotted is actually quite useful, because if you're going to blind fire, you might as well be able to blind fire there and look somewhere else in third person. But it's more of a case of, that's probably the last thing that tank will see, is that you firing and you get to show it off in some kind of weird way. Anyway, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on shooting this T-34-100. And wow, fire. Not bad. He's going down. And I believe, is the Black Prince going to finish off the T-34-100 for me? Yeah, there you go. Good job, Black Prince, from the center of the map. There you go. 1 kill for the Black Prince and 2 kills for me. And now I flush this MT-25 out of cover. And the Black Prince, I believe, is going to possibly fire. There you go. 2nd kill. Kill secured there for the tier 7 British heavy tank. Great stuff. Do you know what? That's actually kind of useful because of the reload of this vehicle. It's very long and you don't really want to be shooting at tanks that only have like 100 hit points left. So, you know what? Thanks to that Black Prince. Well, no, I'm only joking. Not thanks to him at all. I really despise players who do go and sit up alongside you when you're playing in your light tanks and your tank destroyers. Especially the sneaky ones. And so now I get caught out in the open. I didn't expect that Ferdinand to be able to spot me, but when you fire, remember you lose the vast majority of your camera rating, unless you're playing an E25, and so he's able to spot me, and I know that I've got a good rate of fire on this vehicle, and I've got the turret to be able to keep flexible, so I fire up another round at the Ferdinand before I decide to move. Now I get stung really hard there by a tier 6 Italian medium tank. That P43 BIS is absolutely brutal with that 90mm main armament. Had a lot of fun playing that while the Italian tech tree was just released, and definitely one of the highlights of the Italian tech tree for me personally, but I know that there are probably a lot of people who don't like it for some reason. Anyway, so far so good for the Skorpion. We managed to put pressure up from the middle, and then now I want to try and put pressure up towards the cap circle, because on an encounter cap you're not going to win by kind of just sniping from the middle, because they can try and get into locations around about here behind this building and also down here where you're no longer going to be able to spot them. But what I'm doing right now is just trying to sneak back as much as I can and see if I can get some shots. I just felt like maybe one of the medium tanks would try to reposition, and there you go. The P-43 BIS made a bit of a mistake there, and it looks like the 112 actually reversed his way down, or he was driving straight towards that cap circle. Maybe I should have shot the 112 there instead of confirming the kill on the P-43, but then again, he did have some cap points, so we were able to remove those, reset the cap, and hopefully give an opportunity for the Centurion to be able to put some pressure up. So that Black Prince is going toe-to-toe with a Ferdinand right now, although it doesn't look like my Black Prince buddy was long left for this world, and he gets to go and play a different vehicle. But hopefully his spot will allow me to finish off. Oh, come on. 0.3 accuracy letting me down there. The Ferdinand manages to escape, and he's going to be a bit of a pain to be able to dig out. But I think maybe he'll still be there. And so I'm focusing very much my attention on the vehicles in the cap circle because I want to work with the Centurion. But also I'm very concerned about getting spotted right now. The reason why you saw me stop there is because I thought maybe this M4 managed to somehow get a glimpse on me. And then if I got spotted, then the Ferdinand will be able to shoot me. And he's got the 105mm by the looks of it, so he'll be able to finish me off very quick. But there you go. Shutting down the assault Sherman on the enemy team, and that's something that you don't want to leave alive in the Skorpion, because quite often people use the stock turret and the 105mm derp on that tank, and that will be removing most of my remaining hit points. Talking about removing most of my remaining hit points, the 112 fires in a premium round into my vehicle, 393 damage, but as he's turning his attention to me, that's allowing the Centurion to sneak up on him. Now I see that the Centurion actually misses a shot or bounces a shot off the 112. I'm thinking the 112 must have turned his armor round towards the Centurion, and so I'm going to try and sneak in behind him. I hear the 112 fire, and so that means that I'm safe to be able to come round, but the Centurion actually secures the kill. Good stuff. And for a second there, we were in a 2 versus 6, and I guess it's like we're playing Guess Who right now. Well, all of the other players of the team have been flopped down, and so it can only be that I'm going to become unexpected friends with this Centurion. So I'm on 4 kills, he's on 2 kills now that he's killed that vehicle, and it was a 2 versus 6 momentarily. And there are also still 2 top tier tanks on the enemy team, so we've got to be careful here. And they've also made, were they in a platoon right from the start of the battle? Maybe they're becoming unexpected friends as well. So they've currently got Brothers in Arms medal, but if we manage to kill one of them, they're going to be able to remove it from them. Now I invite the Centurion to a platoon just as I finish off the Comet. There you go, now we're down into a 2 versus 4, and I'm on really low hit points, and he manages to finish off the Primo Victoria, which is absolutely huge for us. One thing I'd like to highlight is how important it was to be pinging the map to be able to communicate as quickly as possible with players who you are wanting to become friends with or try and just have some unexpected teamwork in the battle. And just the communication that this Centurion is showing here with the fact that he decided to make the turn left to be able to come up round here, and affirmative, and everybody's pinging the map effectively. This is effective communication in World of Tanks. You know how many times I've recommended that you don't become the armchair general if you don't know what you're doing. But when I see stuff like this, it makes me realize that, you know what, this game is still fun, right? It's still fun. Look at this. Good job, buddies. Good job now, cap. But I decide that actually sitting in the cap circle is probably not the best for me right now, because if we don't keep eyes on where this Ferdinand was last spotted, and I expected that he would be traveling his way down here, that if I'm sitting in the cap circle, he could just come around the corner, and it's just luck really about which way he's going to decide that he's going to come. So I decided instead to try and use my view range advantage and my turret advantage that I have in the Skorpion over the Ferdinand, especially with my loadout, and I decide to catch him right out in the open. He doesn't spot me, so I just wait. Bang! There you go, right into the back of the tier 8 German tank destroyer. And now that allows the Centurion, who says nice in chat. Thank you so much, Ismorphin. Yeah, I'm feeling this. We've now got 10 kills between us, and all we've got to deal with is a low tier German self-propelled gun in the form of the Hummel on the enemy team. So I'm going to make my way down the center. The Centurion is out for blood. I guess we want to try and secure 11 kills here. So he leaves the cap circle and makes his way up towards the north. And it's just a matter of time, hopefully, until we find out where that German TD is. And there he is. The Centurion puts 1 round into the Hummel, and I managed to finish him off. And just lovely moments like that. There's a lot of drama going on right now in World of Tanks with overpowered premiums, and I guess it's a bit sad that I'm kind of playing one and wargaming, changing preferential matchmaking and so on and so forth. I just wanted to make more of a a happy video today. If I'm allowed to do that. Am I allowed to make happy videos, community? I'm not sure. And nothing makes me more happy in World of Tanks than when you become unexpected friends with a player on your team. And so this was an ace tanker for the Skorpion. We get the Brothers in Arms medal for staying alive and killing at least 3 vehicles each. Unfortunately, we don't get the crucial contribution medal, which is for destroying 12 of the enemy team, but that's a very challenging one to achieve amongst 2 players. In addition to this, a high caliber medal for the near 6,000 damage that we dealt. And the Centurionist Morphin wasn't far behind me on 3,400, also very respectable indeed. A tank sniper for dealing most of that at long range, as you would expect in a sneaky German tank destroyer. And as this was a premium vehicle and we didn't fire APCR rounds until we pretty much ran out of armor piercing ones, a nice juicy tasty profit. So it's Morphin, it was an absolute pleasure to play with you in this battle. Thanks for the teamwork, and hopefully I'll see you on my side a little bit more often, right? And hopefully all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, but if you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And if you're watching this video as it's released on Sunday, it's time for another World of Tanks Tech Tree Showcase on twitch.tv/QuickyBaby. And this week, it was once again a close one, with the 1-2-1 narrowly missing out to the AMX 50B by a single vote. And so come along right now as I make my way up towards the tier 10 French auto-loading heavy tank. And if you've never seen one of my tech tree showcases before, they're basically like miniature tank reviews all the way up the tree, so you can see if it's a line that's maybe interesting for you, or if you've already grinded through the tanks, maybe pick up a few tips and tricks along the way. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing as many of you as possible right now on twitch.tv/QuickyBaby. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.